Welcome to the Spotlight Diaries. You will get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos that dive deep into the glam, the gossip, and the golden secrets of your favorite stars. And today's headline. Oh, it's going to make you gasp. Because we're talking about the one and only Debbie Harry, the rock goddess, the voice of Blondie, and the eternal icon of rebellion, beauty, and unapologetic confidence. At 79, Debbie still carries that same electric energy that made her the heartbeat of punk and the face of a cultural revolution. But when her rare and indecent photos recently surfaced, the internet nearly melted. These aren't just pictures. They're time capsules of fearlessness, raw sensuality, and a woman who refused to let the world define her. From the very first time Debbie Harry stormed onto the stage in New York's underground punk scene, she was a revelation. She wasn't just performing, she was rewriting the rules. With her platinum blonde hair, fierce gaze, and that effortless mix of danger and allure, she became every photographer's dream and every fashion designer's muse. But now, decades later, new unseen photos of Debbie are re-emerging, and they are nothing short of breathtaking. The images show a younger Debbie with a defiant smirk, wearing outfits that would still shock even today. Tiny leather shorts, lace tops that barely concealed her figure, and that unforgettable confidence that dared anyone to judge her. Each photo captures her magnetic charm, her artistic daring, and the raw edge that made her both adored and feared in equal measure. But these aren't just scandalous snapshots. They tell the story of a woman who owned her identity in an era when women were expected to conform. Debbie Harry was never just about sex appeal. She was an artist, a voice, and a trailblazer who blurred the lines between fashion, art, and music. Her style was rebellious yet sophisticated, erotic yet empowering. And that's exactly why, even today, people can't stop talking about these indecent photos. They remind the world that Debbie wasn't afraid to challenge what was considered appropriate. She showed that sensuality and strength could coexist, and that a woman could be both vulnerable and unstoppable at the same time. Of course, as soon as these rare photos made their rounds online, fans couldn't look away. Some praised her boldness, calling her a timeless icon of liberation. Others were stunned, unable to process that even in her youth, Debbie had the power to shock. And maybe that's exactly what makes her so magnetic, her ability to provoke, to challenge, to force people to confront their own limits of comfort. Her photos are not just glamorous, they're emotional reminders of the fire that once fueled an entire movement. And the best part? Even now, at nearly 8 decades old, Debbie Harry continues to exude that same aura. Whether she's performing at charity events, walking red carpets, or giving interviews about her days in Blondie, she still has that glint in her eye, the same one captured in those legendary photos. She's aged on her own terms, embracing her wrinkles, her stories, and her legacy. Because for Debbie, beauty was never about perfection, it was about attitude. So, before you scroll through those breathtaking pictures, make sure you're alone. Not because they're indecent, but because they'll leave you utterly speechless. Debbie Harry didn't just pose for photos. She embodied an era of passion, rebellion, and unapologetic freedom. Her confidence was, and still is, contagious. And as the world rediscovers her most daring moments, one thing becomes crystal clear. True icons never fade. They evolve, they inspire, and they leave us wanting more. If you loved this deep dive into Debbie Harry's legendary legacy, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Hollywood stories, rare celebrity moments, and emotional journeys from the Spotlight Diaries, where the stars always shine, no matter the decade.